we're here for the red lipstick. He laughed and said, you guys are too young for this red lipstick. I can't give it to you both. And I was like, well, you promised to give it to me. Welcome back to my channel. It's Rene Marcus. Thank you so very much for tuning in. And if you're new, please subscribe. Press that subscribe button. So today, I'll be talking about my time in the Gambia as a student. It's not pleasant. No, I wouldn't say that, because I had some really bad memory. So this story is not, I do think about it all the time, and this is something that I just want to share with all of you out there, especially parents that have daughters, and it's just for you to be aware of things like this, because they do happen. I'm sure most of you will hear stories, but then we'll always think, oh, that's not going to happen to my child. But I just want you guys to 100% know that this is true, and these things happened, and people are bad. It's just so bad and sad that teachers actually do things like this. So when I was in year 4, which is grade 4, in the Gambia, I had a school teacher. My teacher, I think he was actually my main tutor. His name is Mr. Jata. I can never forget this name. And like, seriously, if I ever set my eyes on that guy, yeah, the law must handle this man. Like, I'm not gonna let him go scot-free. I'm just saying, I'm just not. And if I know the place that he's working at, I will actually ask the principal to basically sack him, because he doesn't have the skills. To be a teacher. So I went to St. Teresa's Primary School, and my friends made it really, what's the word? My friends made it enjoyable, should I say? Yeah. And I have enjoyed my time at St. Teresa's, because I started there since when I was in grade 1. I started there in grade 1 and up to grade 7. And I really did enjoy that school, but I had bad memories about that school as well. So it was me and my other 3 or 4 friends. Yeah, I think it was 4 of us that used to hang around a lot. But my group, all my friends that I used to hang around with most of the time, they were all beautiful, attractive young girls who just want to go to school and learn just like any other. But I guess this specific teacher just wanted to snatch our life away from us. We had a garden that every week, it's like each class takes it in turns to basically go in the garden and basically just clear the garden, grow vegetables, like grow veggies, fruits, and like pick them as well if they're ripe. So that's what we used to do. And I can remember my first time there, I got hit by one of the teachers because I wasn't doing it right. And I think that was just wrong for them to do. And when they asked me, why are you acting like this, as if you don't know how to, as if you don't know a farming job, like how to do it properly, I just stood there and said to him, I've never farmed before in my life, and this is the first time. And he was like, where are you from? I was like, well, I'm definitely Gambian, but this is not something that I do, because you know, it's just not something that you do. Not everyone was born as a farmer, you get me? So I was like, this is not what I do. And I used to get hit a lot when I used to go in that garden, because I don't know what to do. My friends were doing it perfectly okay, but me, I was the kind of girl that just don't want to get her hands dirty as well. So it was just before lunchtime, he called me over to his desk, and everyone else was doing their own thing. And he was like, he was so nice to me at the start. I think this was like a month after we've gone into like the first time, me starting grade 4, he was like to me, he called me over his desk and said, and gave me money and said, can you buy me bread and liver, something like that, to buy him lunch basically, at the canteen, because we had like a market in the school where they display different type of food, so you just go and buy whatever you want. So he was like, can you buy me whatever he wanted me to buy him? And then he said to me, and can you take it to the garden, because I'll be there at lunchtime, but can you make sure you come alone? I don't want you to be coming with your friends gathering there, so just you by yourself. I was like, okay, that's fine. So I took the money, and at lunchtime I said to my friends, you know what, Mr. Jatta wants me to buy him something, can we all go? So they basically came with me as well. I just had that feeling, you know how smart some kids are? That was me. I'm just saying. So I said to my friends, I don't want to go alone, you guys can come with me, but wait at the gate, because it has like it had like an entrance at the garden. So I asked them to wait by there, so they said okay. So they stood there waiting for me, but then you can actually see what's going on inside there. So he was like, did you came with your friends? I was like, yeah. He goes, didn't I tell you not to? I said, well, they wanted to follow me and I couldn't say no. He goes, okay, but next time if I ask you to do something, I want you to do it alone. I was like, okay. And another day he asked me again to buy him bread from the mini market in our school, but then he asked me to come alone. I was like, okay. But for some reason I just couldn't. I just had this feeling like there's something this guy actually wanted from me. So I just said okay to him and moved on with my life. So the next day he asked me to actually get him something again, and I went with my friends. And he got tired of me going with my friends. I think he's done it 3 to 4 times. And there was times that he tried touching me, but I just wouldn't, like, in like inappropriate places. Like it was just not appropriate, and I just could tell. And he started giving me low grades in exams. And I was also the class prefect assistant, and he basically demoted me and to basically gave my role to someone. So a class prefect is basically a class assistant. So when the teacher's not around, I would actually help out with like keeping the class silent. Whoever speaks, I'll write their name and report the person and try and do like activities around the class. And when we were to do something as a group, I would basically be the class leader. Basically, it's like a class leader. Yeah, exactly. So he stopped me from doing that. He basically just started treating me so badly. And what I mean by this is that if you've basically schooled in Africa, you will know that in Africa, in schools, if you misbehave, the teacher will hit you with a cane. So he used to hit me almost every single day, whether I've done something wrong or not. He would just find a reason to hit me because I wouldn't do what he wanted me to do. And it just got to an extent that I couldn't take it anymore. So I went home. I then reported him to my stepmom and told her exactly what my teacher wanted to do to me. And she told me if he ever does it again, just come and to let me know, and I will basically go to the school and deal with the teacher. But then to cut the story short, he did it with all of my friends that I used to hang around with. So he basically done it with all of them. But then because I already told them what he actually wanted from me, he had touched me places that he shouldn't have actually touched me, which was not appropriate. So they were a lot by me. So whenever he actually asked them, oh, can you buy me bread, they also go with me. And he never used to like the fact that we go in groups. So he used to torture us a lot in class. and even my grades were so lower than what I expected, like lower than what I was supposed to have. Because you know how kids are, like when they give us like our exam papers, we just sit there like and basically see where you've got it wrong, because it's like multiple questions. So we just look at each other's ones, and then most of the time it's like I've got this right, but he's actually marked it as wrong. When I go over to him to say, Mr. Jatta, you've basically marked this wrong, but it's actually correct, he would then accuse me of changing the answer, because he's not stupid, and he could sometimes hit me because I actually approached him to just speak about that, to say, you know what, you've marked this wrong and it's right. And when he used to hit me, he used to make me lay on the desk in front of everyone in the classroom, and instead of hitting me like on my back, he will actually hit me on my bum, which used to hurt. And he tortured me like throughout my grade 4. My grade 4 was not a good memory for me, but I'm so happy that I've gone past that. And when I was in grade 2 as well, which is year 2 in the Gambia, me and my friend, I'm sure she wouldn't mind me mentioning her name is Sophie Jatta. Me and her, we were so close with our grade 2 teacher, and this guy, I forgot his name, but he's a fuller. At lunchtime, he said to me and my friend that he had lipstick, a red lipstick, and he said to us, he actually said it to me. He said to me, do you like red lipsticks? And I said yes. And he goes to me, and I said to him, yes, I do like red lipsticks, even though I've never earned one before, because I was like 7, not even 7, I think 7, 8, because I was in year 2. He said to me, if you want the red lipstick, you would have to come after school, and then I'll take you where the red lipstick is and I'll give it to you. So I was like, oh, okay. In my mind, I was saying, oh my God, this guy, he's so nice. But after school, I then went with my best friend, Sophie Jatta. And when I got to the class, I was like, oh my God, I forgot this guy's name. And I think we used to call him Mr. Jallo. That's why I can't remember his first name. And when I said to him, we're here for the red lipstick, he laughed and said, oh, you guys are too young for this red lipstick. I can't give it to you both. And I was like, well, you promised to give it to me. He goes, I know, but I can't give it to you both. I was like, okay. So we got disappointed and then left. We had a joke about it for like a couple of minutes. I think we spent there 5-10 minutes in there trying to grab that red lipstick he's been promising me. But then one day I sat down, for some reason I just thought about it, and then I was like, I see. So this was actually not red lipstick. This guy wanted to have sex with me. That's what it is. So I spoke to my friend, who I'm still in contact with, and I reminded her of it, and then she laughed and said, oh my God, kids are just stupid. I can't believe we almost fall into his trap. And I think if I didn't go with my friend, he would have actually done it to me. He would have raped me. And just the same as when I was in grade 4, Mr. Jatta, Mr. Jatta would have actually raped me as well. But the fact that I used to go with my friends, that really that really saved me. And these are the things that I can never forget. Like, I can forget all the old memories, but these are like one of those memories that sticks with me. And parents should really understand. Parents should really be questioning their kids after school. Ask them what happened in school. Basically try and build that bond between them and their kids, so that if something like this was to happen, the child would actually have the guts to actually sit with their parents and just speak about it, and the parent will take the right action that they have to take, and not wait for a second time before they can actually take action. Because I reported it to a parent of mine, which they didn't really take the action that they should have, and which I got tortured for at school so many times. And this same Mr. Jata tried it with my mom as well, when my mom actually, because my mom was the kind of person that would just go, like, when she's actually out and about and she's around like my school, she would just pop in to see how I'm doing, whether I'm doing good, and you know, so on and that. And I think most parents don't actually do that. This is actually something good as well that parents should be doing. Now and again, just pop into your child's school and just see what they're doing, how they're getting on and everything. So when my mom went to my school that day when I was in grade 4, my teacher, Mr. Jata, exchanged numbers with my mom and said to my mom, oh, if Ellie, which is one of my codes, which is me, ever done something, if she ever do something wrong, I will contact you and let you know. But the thing is that that was not what he actually wanted. He took my mom's number to ask my mom out, and when my mom told me about it, it was just like, oh my god, a whole lot of things running in my mind. And I was so scared to tell my mom that he actually tried raping me as well. So he used to phone my mom, he used to text my mom. So one day my mom actually insulted him on the phone and tell him that if you ever call me again or text me telling me this rubbish, I'm gonna come to the school and report you to the principal. So that's how he actually just stopped like harassing my mom. But I just wanted to share this story with you guys, that not all students will actually say it out there to their parents that their teachers is actually abusing them. I think parents do play a big part in this. Like, it's good to talk to your child. It's good to basically talk to your child and know what your child is actually going through, and just try and understand what your child is actually going through to save them before it's too late. And if you really enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below and let me know if you've actually had any experience something similar to this. Tell me how you actually handled it. And I wish I did reported this to my mom, but I didn't, because at the end I think I was just scared. If you have any questions that you want to ask me, because I want to do my Q&A, please comment down below and ask me the question, and I'll definitely answer the question. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe and also share my videos to all your social media platforms. Thank you. Goodbye.